And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy between the San Francisco 49ers taking on a second NFC team, the Seattle Seahawks. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a give, right side. Carson. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On second down, it's Carson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Stepping up, he's got Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And now back out comes the offense. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now Mostert. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
You know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Gets this one to use check. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
That's quite a spot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hey, come on, come on, come on.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
There's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. To throw is Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, 43 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rap, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Slide it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
11.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Broken tackle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo. Now he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Wilson to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54.
Here we go.
A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Here we go.
A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Garoppolo to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson. 45 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Here's Mostert. He spins free, and he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
Go ahead.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, come on.
From his end zone, Garoppolo on 3rd and long. It's caught by Coleman. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. Now the Seahawks. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is caught. Shrugs him off. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Go ahead.
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Garoppolo now. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Defense.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Well, they had a gain of 10 last time. Now a gain of 20 here. Now he'll let it go deep left. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up.
Convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side.
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they try the right side here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to take off. Now Garoppolo lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Open man is born.
An eligible receiver down downfield offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a third and about 13. On third and long, it's Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Now Carson fumbles the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Right there. 54, Mike. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Well, Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Wilson now to throw on third down. It's complete to Lockett. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Wilson will throw again. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he is out of bounds here on the return. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, 4th quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know what?
The wide receiver, the ball carrier.
Here we go. 180.
He steps out of bounds.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Completes it to Samuel. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's Garoppolo to throw.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Shreds the tackle. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. Myers' kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
11. Go ahead.
To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
This throw complete, Wilson finding Lockett. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And now running right through it. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
This will be caught just inside the 10. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. On play action, now Garoppolo. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.